I mean, is anything really unexpected in the Forgotten Realms? I mean, you know,
It's like the Marvel universe.
right?
Happens and people are unfazed. You're like, oh, okay.
Well,
like the
right.
time the dimensions open up or whatever.
Like the
Like, okay.
first Avengers movie, they're all like in charge. Oh my God, aliens are attacking New York, and I'm like, you guys are shocked by this? I don't. This is like a fucking Tuesday for you guys, you know.
I always thought it'd be interesting to have a movie based on like normal people who live in that kind of world. Like maybe follow some news reporters. Like, and this week the mummies woke up in the museum again.
Yeah, again, I would like to see them do a martial law movie, because that was a pretty effed up comic. that was really messed up. So,
I don't think I'm familiar with that one.
yeah, it was a thing where pretty much all superheroes were basically super soldier government constructs, and they all basically go mad, and but it's not like, you know, chaotic insanity. It's more like, you know, super violent domestic abuse and, you know, rape and things like just normal everyday stuff, but on a superhero scale. And so he's the son of two of the biggest superheroes, and he becomes martial law, and his job is like basically bringing all of these super soldiers to justice. Usually that means at the end of his machine pistol. It's a deeply disturbing comic. Cameron would love it.
Probably.
It kind of sounds like The Boys.
Yeah, The Boys is kind of like a tamer version of martial law in a lot of ways.
I can't wait. Season 3 is supposed to be coming up soon.
Yep. So, welcome to Storm King's Thunder. We're going to be picking up where we left off last week, with, you know, a large battle going on that involves a T-Rex in the middle of a giant forge. But before we get started, we'd like to thank a friend of the Greenwater Guildhall. None of these are sponsorships or partnerships of any kind. They're just products that we really like. And today we would like to thank, I got to pick one, Dogmight Games. Dogmight Games makes beautiful wooden products for your tabletop role-playing games, such as DM screens, dice vaults, dice towers, rolling trays. They have this really cool thing called the Player Vault that is a combination dice tray, dice vault, and it's got a slot for pens. And then the top is a magnetic plexiglass cover that is etched with a character sheet of your choice so that you can use dry erase pens to track things like spell slots and hit points, or write down notes, things like that. If you have been wanting to purchase something along those lines, we have a 10% discount code for you, and it's good for everything on their website. If you go to your cart and you put in the code FRIEND in all capital letters, it will give you 10% off your total purchase. If you're a fan of our Wednesday night Traveler game, we do have a website via Obsidian Portal. Please feel free to click on that link. If you're watching on Twitch, scroll down. You should see some tiles there. If you don't see the tiles, click on my profile image and they should pop up. Those will take you to these various websites. If you click on that link, it'll take you to our Obsidian Portal page. The adventure log on that page is written in the manner of Traveler News Service articles, and it details events going on in the sector as a whole, not just following the events of our players. Although the current set of storylines that are appearing, the players are definitely caught up right in the middle of all that. So yeah, definitely check it out. And if you like what you see, please give us a thumbs up on the front page. We like to see those fan likes, and we hope you enjoy the content. So where we left off last week, the party had put down Duke Zalto. They also have Megara the Dawn Titan trapped in a iron flask that is on Steve the Devil's belt. And in the process, Duke Zalto's young son, 14-year-old son, came in right after just as they were leaving their Leomund's tiny hut, and his name is Zaltember, and he called for Mom, who is Brimskalda, and she came in with smoke mephits and ogres. Meanwhile, Scaly turned Zinquinol and polymorphed her into a T-Rex. And so that's kind of what's going on here. I need to throw Weeben into the stack. Weeben, go ahead and roll initiative. You're at the bottom right now, and I will place you once we know where you're at.
Nice.
21. Okay. So, let's see here.
You know, I had all that initiative saved up after I missed. You know, it was like, I'm back.
So, that means Weeben gets to go before the smoke mephit. So, Weeben, what would you like to do?
Okay. Well, shit.
Right.
Chris, can you put the T-Rex back on the map? Or do you want me just to draw a circle and use it?
I don't know if I have anything for a T-Rex. Let me double check.
Okay, well, while he does that, I'm probably going to just do a little 10-foot run this way and then make a stealth check, because that's what I does.
So I do not have a dinosaur, but I have Billy's Wyvern, which I think could work.
Yay, Wiggy!
Mm-hmm.
So Wyvern
miss
is like
Wiggy.
right here.
These T-Rexes are huge.
But the only reason Wiggy worked was because of the bullet.
They were a good team.
Very good team.
Actually, he's a little too big. There we go. So there is Wivy, the T-Rex.
Oh, well, shit. I guess I didn't have to move this way then, if that's what that was. I could have done the high check where I was, so.
And T-Rex is in combat with the Fire Giant Sun.
Yes. And I went ahead and gave control of that to
Got it.
to Scaly. So, Weeben, what would you like to do?
All right, then, knowing that, I guess I won't have to do a full 10-foot step. I'll just take a 5-foot step this way then and do a stealth check.
Okay.
Soft 20.
Okay. So, Weeben has a 20 for stealth.
He was like, you can't see me again. Weeben went all John Cena again. And then, let's see here. Do I have any kind of... Oh, yeah. That one.
So, this guy here is actually on your team. That is Jasper Dimmerchasm, who was a dwarf that was trapped inside. So the head of Duke Zalto's hammer, his maul, was actually a cage. And after they killed him, this dwarf was trapped inside that cage. So he's actually on your side, even though he is a neutral evil.
Okay, cool. So, don't shoot the guy that's on our side, got it. And more enemies way up there that I can't get to right now anyway, so I will shoot this guy.
So Zaltember is prone. If you shoot him, you will be at disadvantage.
Oh, well, fine.
So I guess it cancels out, because you're stealth, so it'd just be a normal attack roll.
But then, well, I still get my sneak attack. Okay, it's worth it. Fine. We'll go for it.
Okay. I mean, you could run up to him and stab him, which would give you, well, you already have advantage on the roll, so.
Yeah, it would actually let me use the advantage as opposed to just getting a regular roll.
Correct.
I'm cool with the roll I got.
Okay.
All right. I rolled a 23.
Okay, that hits.
Okay. That's with my short bow plus 2. Do they have any stats or anything I didn't know about, like resistances or anything?
He is immune to fire.
Okay, that's cool. I'm not using fire. All good. Damn, not a great roll, but okay, let's see here. 1, 7, 8, 12, 15, 21 damage.
Okay. All right. And so you are not stealthed anymore. And he's still breathing. So let's see, that was a bonus action. Did you want to move the rest of your move?
Yeah, sure. Is this kind of like some giant chain thing
Yes.
that's like holding something?
Yeah, it's holding the Vonendod, the construct that Duke Zalto was rebuilding to try to kill dragons.
Okay. Then I will I will move over like here and hope that like my smallness helps to hide me for the next time around.
Okay.
I'll check again.
The smoke methods. Let's see. Smoke method's going to move there. Smoke method's going to move there. And that is it for the smoke methods. Do they have a ranged attack? Oh, they do. But you guys are just out of range. Alright, screw you then. Steve the Devil, what would you like to do? Steve?
Oh, sorry. So that one's, what was that one again?
Which one?
Another fire giant, right?
This is Zaltember the Fire Giant, and these are smoke methods.
Oh, I meant the one that's up in the hallway.
Oh yeah, that is Queen Brimskalda, or I guess Duchess Brimskalda.
And the door's open. We see down in there, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep, those doors are open.
Well,
Yeah, Brimskalda coming in and discovering Duke Zalto dead is like another Rick and Morty moment. Jesus Christ, Dale!
How high up is the walkway? 30 feet?
30 feet.
I will fly up to the walkway, and I will zappy zap the big chick and see if I can pull her on top of her little buddy.
Okay. Go ahead.
22 to hit?
Oh, I think that hits, but hold on. Trying to find the kitchen.
Well, if 22 doesn't hit, that's going to suck because that's a pretty high roll right now.
Yep, that definitely hits.
That hits.
Yep.
Is it damage?
She gets a strength save. I'm being pulled.
No save.
No save.
There's no save. It just happens.
Okay.
And there's not even a size limit.
All right. So, how much damage does she take?
14 max damage. And pulled 10 feet.
Okay. And I'm going to have the ogre, as a reaction, make a dex save. Nat 20. So the ogre goes "Boop," and steps out of the way.
Ah, bastard. Second attack, I'm assuming a 13 doesn't hit.
It does not.
Oh,
In fact, she's kind of a badass. Your second shot, she holds up and deflects the Eldritch Blast with her hand.
Yeah, the first one was kind of a sneaky shot. Yep, that's all Steve's turn. That's all he can do.
Okay. Brimskalda. I need to look this up. Because I think she's about to go full Karen.
Not full, Karen.
Oh, yes. Huh. I don't know why I had this page bookmarked, but the page that was bookmarked was alien technology in the DMG. I don't know where I was going with that, but it's probably better for everybody that I forgot. Okay. So the first thing she does is you see Brimskalda reach up and grab a flask that is hanging around her neck. This is her action. And she pops the stopper on the flask and drinks a potion. She drinks a potion of invulnerability. Then she is going to just move. And she kind of chuckles and says something about to Steve about, well, if you wanted me to come closer, all you had to do was ask. And that is Brimskalda's turn. Smokey, what would you like to do?
Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna use my bonus action to put the hunter's mark on the guy, the son.
Okay. Let me mark him.
And then I'll go ahead and use my longbow to attack him.
Okay. He is prone, so you'll be at disadvantage.
Oh, shit. Okay. Actually,
You still have Zephyr Strike going on.
I do, yes. So I could zip in and then zip out. Yeah, actually. Let's see. So I move 10 feet. Yeah. I move 25 and use my greatsword on him instead.
Okay, so you have advantage on your attack.
Last one was a 18.
That hits.
Okay, cool. So that's 14.
Okay. Your next attack. At advantage.
25. So that's
Yeah, that hits.
So with Hunter's Mark, do I get an extra D6 every time I hit them?
On one attack.
On one attack? Okay.
Yeah.
I do have a special that says Colossus Slayer. So once per turn, when you hit a creature with a weapon attack, they take an extra D8 if it's below its HP maximum.
Then that applies.
Okay, I'll just toss that on. So that's 13.
Okay.
And I'll use the rest of my movement to go away.
Okay.
Alright. That's everything I can do.
All right. And as a free action, when you hit Zaltember, he starts whining, "Mom, these little folk are hitting me." Zaltember is going to spend half his movement to stand up. He was prone because he slipped in his father's blood. And he... He spends the other half of his movement to pick up... I don't know. He's going to spend the other half of his movement to pick up his father's maul. And then he is going to swing it on the T-Rex. Or, yes, he's going to swing it on the T-Rex. He gets 2 attacks. Nat 20. Wow, I've rolled that dice twice and gotten 20. Uh... 55 points of damage to the T-Rex. Bludgeoning damage. And then his second attack on the T-Rex. 23 to hit.
Yep.
Let's see. $30 points of bludgeoning damage.
Ouchie. My turn.
Yes, it is Scaly's turn.
Scaly will first cast Cure Wounds on said T-Rex by flying down and touching the T-Rex.
Okay.
But from the backside.
So you touch T-Rex's butt.
Yep.
Butt toucha?
Let's see. Here we go. So 22 back.
Mom, they're healing the dinosaur.
And then as a bonus action, I will, where'd that spell go? Do a 3rd level healing word. For another 11.
Is it healing word that gets more than one target?
A creature of your choice.
Oh, okay. I know one of those healing spells.
More than one target.
Right.
And I'm just making sure I'm tracking the T-Rex's totals. It has 108. 7. There we go. Okay. So Scaly flies down, does 2 heals, and then moves back a little bit.
Okay.
Scaly doesn't have 108. Scaly has 75. T-Rex has 100. And T-Rex will bite said teenage giant.
Okay.
I wonder what the multi-attack button does. Let's watch. Oh, that's lame.
It tells you what multi-attack is. How convenient.
Yep.
Because, the name didn't give it away.
I thought it might do both attacks in one
Right.
block, but I was wrong.
I think that's a much better...
He's too big to be chomped and grappled. And so 36 piercing.
Okay.
Ready for the tail?
Ouch. Yep.
Here's the tail. 17 to hit for 16 points.
Okay, and Zaltember is clubbed with the tail and goes back into, or clonks into the adamantine forge and falls to the floor dead. And
Giant T-Rex roar a la Jurassic Park.
and Brimskalda, lets out a scream. She is pissed.
And Scaly with telepathy laughs at her mentally and says, "So sorry about your stupid, bitchy teenage son."
Sorry about your emo kid.
Yes.
Hold on just a second. Getting a little warmer in here than I anticipated.
It's a pretty nice day down here.
Yeah, it's not bad.
And then T-Rex will move 10 feet.
Okay. All right. Clitoris. I assume Billy is running Clitoris today.
Correct. Let's see, what do I want to do? Everything changes from round to round, so I'm playing ahead.
Right. That was the biggest problem we always ran into in when we were playing BattleTech, is that because what the group I was playing with, we had 60 players. We had a full company. And so if you were low in the initiative stack, then you were kind of doomed. We usually ran initiative per lance, so 5 players, their commander would roll initiative. And so I was commander of Air Lance, and so if you were low on the initiative stack and you had, 5 other lances, 20 players that went before you, the whole battlefield changed by the time it got to you.
I'll take 20 feet and run to there. And she will take a longsword swing at that little guy.
Okay, at the smoke method.
I'm gonna assume 14 doesn't hit.
It does not. Oh, yes, it does. Yes, it does hit.
Nice for her. That's a pretty crappy roll. Yeah, still crappy rolls. 6 damage.
Okay. Next attack.
I think she only gets 1.
What
Or
what level is she? She should be 5.
she's a paladin 5. Rogue 3. But would her sneak attack apply to him since he's by himself? Or is he within range of the big chick?
Well, first of all, the T-Rex has a reach of 10 feet, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So it threatens the method.
So, yes. So it threatens the method. So sneak attack would apply, but... So, wait a minute. Scaly, what level are you? 8?
Scaly's level 8.
Okay. So if Clitoris is level 5 paladin, I'm pretty sure she gets a second attack.
Yeah.
Does she?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I will assume you're correct.
Let me look at the chart just to be sure. But yeah, extra attack at level 5. And everybody's proficiency bonus should be +3, just in case you forgot.
Yeah, she's good on that. I just can't remember if she got the second attack or not.
Yep.
Well, second attack is going to be the 24.
Yep.
And you got the damage on the sneak attack for 6 on that first hit.
Okay, so there is the sneak attack. How much damage on her second hit?
Second hit's going to be nice max damage of 12.
All right, and the smoke method. Let's see here. Clitoris. I don't think it matters. The smoke method dies and explodes into a cloud of smoke. Where the smoke method was sitting turns into a burst of smoke. That square is now obscured. And it will last 1 minute for that square. Not that it really matters. So you can't see through that square. There's just a cloud of smoke there. Heavy, thick smoke.
That's good. I'm hoping the T-Rex can look over it.
Yeah. Anything else for Clitoris?
No, I think I'm going to stay behind the smoke and try to get some cover from the big person for the moment.
Okay, Jasper is going to run over here behind this pillar and take the dodge action. Jasper's armed, but he's not, real thrilled by the idea of risking his life for you guys. The ogres This ogre is going to move right here under the overhang. Actually, no. He's going to move right in front of that Mephit and throw a javelin at Clitaris.
That's not acceptable.
19 to hit.
Let's see, she is 19.
Okay, for 6 points of piercing damage. And this ogre is going to dash and run up right into the face of the T-Rex and Clitaris. He's dumb and really, really likes dinosaurs.
Can I pet it?
Weeben, what would you like to do?
As always, I will start with the hide.
Okay.
15.
Okay. I don't think anybody knows. Brimskalda still sees you, but the smoke mephits and the ogres do not.
Alright. If I were to attack this one, would I have any disadvantages or anything because of the closeness of proximities?
You would have to move to hit a smoke mephit or an ogre because this pole or this column is in your way.
The column. Okay. Would that do the trick?
Yes, you could because you're shooting under Steve the Devil.
Okay, cool. Oh, that's right, he's up on it. Okay. Then I will step to here. I think that was what I needed to do.
So, now wait a minute. Let's see here.
Am I firing through this person?
Yeah, you're going to fire through Jasper. If you don't want to hit
Okay.
Jasper with a nat 1, then you'd be at disadvantage.
Then I shall keep moving.
So, I mean, if you move like here, yeah, there you go. Now you can hit the ogre.
Okay, I'll move there. And do I get advantage or no?
You do not have advantage. Yes, you do have advantage because you are stealthed against the ogre.
All right then. 22.
That hits.
Sweet. Weeben's just gonna be a range fighter for a little bit. Because Weeben don't like running up on that big thing. 1, 3, 5, 10. Damn. 19.
Okay, and that was with your sneak attack, right?
Oh yeah, it just wasn't a particularly good roll.
Okay.
Rolled a 1 and the 2 and so.
Okay. And once again, Weeben is no longer stealthed. Anything else that Weeben wants to do?
Yes. You may finish up by going over there.
Okay. Smoke Mephit. Is going to fly up 30 feet and Steve the Devil needs to make a DC 10 dexterity saving throw.
Steve got an 18.
Okay, so the smoke mephit tries to blow cinder breath in Steve's face, but Steve is not blinded because he makes his dex save.
Steve looks at him like he's creepy and just try to blow him a kiss and be like, bro, no.
Steve, what would you like to do?
Steve's gonna poke this guy with his pike and be like, no kissy. Oh, let's see where I'm at. 21 to hit.
That hits.
$12 damage.
Okay.
Yeah, because I'm not concentrating on anything, so yeah, just 12.
Okay. Do you have another attack?
Yep, I'm doing it. Actually, that seems like in the upper 20s.
Yep, that
Just
hits.
shy of a critical. Crap damage, 6.
Okay.
And that's all Steve can do.
Okay. Brimskalda. So Brimskalda is actually carrying in her right hand a frying pan, a giant-sized cast iron frying pan, and in her left hand she has like 3 cast iron Dutch ovens. She steps over here and is going to swing her cast iron skillet at Clitaris twice. Nat 20.
Doesn't hit. She's too wibbly.
Even your nat 20 is no match for me.
For 51 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh shit.
So does she step on her own guy, or what happens with the dude in her face?
Whoops. No, she doesn't step on him. He's like between her legs. And her second attack, nat 20. Fuck. $27 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh, she only had like 10 left, so she's down.
Okay. Clitaris is down again. Smokey.
I'm gonna move the Hunter's Mark to Brimskalda.
Okay.
Let me see how much one does. 10. Okay. And then I'm gonna use my longbow.
Okay. So she does have resistance to all damage.
Oh shit. Okay, well.
I mean, there's just no getting around that. She drank a potion, so.
Fuck. I probably should use the Wand of Lightning, actually.
Okay.
Is it too late to change my mind about my plan?
No, go ahead. She can make a save. Let's see here.
Well, I'm gonna move, though, and so that it goes through the smoke method, too. Because I think if I do it, like, here, I draw a line.
So she only got a 14 on her save, so she's going to take all 8d6. Of course, half of that because she has invulnerability.
Okay, and then what about this? Or, it's not doing it. This thing.
This method is 30 feet up on the platform engaged with Steve.
Okay, never mind then. Alright. 8d6. 1, 2, 3.
I will say that because of where she is currently standing, the ogre will take some damage, though, too. And he failed miserably with a 5. So he will take all 8d6 as well.
34.
Okay.
Nice.
So let's see here. So she'll take 17.
Do we know how long since of invulnerability lasts for?
1 minute.
Okay.
And he gets zapped right good. All right. Anything else for Smokey?
Just a little, and I'm wondering if I can glance in there and just get a general idea what's in it.
Certainly. So this small room west of the Vonendad is currently unoccupied. It contains a 10-foot tall wooden table with an iron dagger stuck in its top. The dagger is as big as a human-sized greatsword and twice as heavy in the hands of a small or medium creature. It would be considered an improvised weapon that deals 3d4 piercing damage on a hit. The iron dagger is non-magical and can be pried loose with a successful DC 11 strength athletics check. Other than that, there's nothing else in this room. This looks like an office of some kind
Cool, thanks.
for fire giants. For the up and coming upward mobility fire giant on the go, this would be an office.
It's where they filed their fire giant taxes.
Yes, exactly. Scaly, what would you like to do?
I would like to contemplate the spell magic on the potion effect.
Does that work on potions?
Now, the question was posed to Crawford, but I don't know what the spell level of a potion of invulnerability is for making the check.
I would imagine that it would be at the base level. Let me...
You know what else I wondered is, if
That's
someone's holding a
interesting.
pan and you use heat metal on it, do they have to drop the pan?
She's immune to fire damage, which is what
Oh,
she
shit.
does, so yeah, that
Well,
doesn't...
like, alright, if somebody else was holding a pan,
Mm-hmm.
you're allowed to do it on the weapon. Cool, okay, I just wondered.
The reason I do it on armor is because armor takes 2 minutes to remove. They can't just drop their armor.
I would say that Dispel Magic doesn't work on a potion. The interesting... So the interesting thing about the potion of invulnerability, and there's a couple of other potions that work the same way, is that there's no spell invulnerability.
That was why I couldn't find what to use for my check. And the question to Crawford didn't clarify that about the potion of invulnerability, but I thought it was a leading thought about that it's possible. I just don't know if that particular potion.
I would rule that it works the same way as, like, for instance, zombies. Dispel Magic or Anti-Magic Cone has no effect on a zombie. Yes, magic was used to raise them, but once they've been raised, they are now they're their own thing. So,
Okay.
So I would say that wouldn't affect a potion.
Okay. I will cast Tidal Wave on the 2 ogres and Brunhilde.
Okay. So, they get...
Oh, that's some garbage rolls.
Is that a strength save or a dex save?
DC 16 Dex.
Okay. So, Brimskalda gets a 19. The
So she'll
ogre...
take half of half.
The ogres... No, the ogres once again get a 5. So the dice gods are saying, fuck these ogres, is what the dice gods are saying. That's twice they've rolled 5 on saves.
So Brunhilde takes a whopping 3, and the ogres take 15.
Okay.
And does Tidal Wave cause prone on the fail? I think
I'm sorry, how much did the ogres take?
15.
Okay.
And are prone.
I would also imagine that there is a great plume of steam coming up off of the lower, her calves and feet of Brimskalda from the water hitting her skin. Anything else for Scaly?
I will bonus another second level, third level healing word on, was that?
Clitoris? Yep.
Yeah, third level healing word on Clitoris. Walking 10 points.
Hey, 10 points is better than having to make death saves.
Yep. Then T-Rex will bite the Queenie lady.
Okay. That hits.
Too big to need the escape save. That's only for a bite grapple. So 21 to hit, 25 points.
Okay.
And if that ogre is still alive, I'll tail whip it.
Go for it.
24 to hit for 18 points.
Okay, and this ogre is smashed into mush by the tail. Like literally
And,
goo.
In her eyes of T-Rex, she attempts to give the T-Rex crumpled weird hand finger to Brunhilde.
Like short little arm.
Yeah.
Clitoris, what would you like to do? With your 10 hit points.
Woozy and die.
Take the disengage action and get out of there.
Oh, she can do that as a bonus action. Which is what's going to happen. But first, this thing's getting a smite.
All right.
I'm going to smite its big toe.
Yes. Hit her in the nail fungus.
Let's see. 14's not going to hit. I'm assuming not going to hit.
It does not. She is wearing a dress made of red dragon scales that gives her AC 16.
Well, that was a pretty crap roll. That's a little better. Soft 20.
Yep.
And then we're going to stack some smitey smites on this.
So as a bonus action, you can cast a smite spell, but you can always dump a divine smite.
No, yeah, I'm going to dump a divine smite, then use disengage as a bonus. So one divine smite. 15. 21. 25 total damage.
Okay. So she will take 12. And she is extremely irritated that Clitaris is still moving.
Bonus action, disengage.
Bravely run away.
The backside of the T-Rex. I'm hiding behind the T-Rex.
All right. Jasper.
And I will be right back. If anything happens to me, I'll take that again.
Okay. Jasper is going to run up and make 2 attacks on the ogre. I don't know if that hits. Actually, he gets 3 attacks. Okay. 2 main and a bonus. Yep, he hits. For 7. And his next attack. Nat 20. For 17. And then with his hand axe, soft 20. Oh, wrong dice. For 5, and this ogre goes down. No, 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 no. So that is all the ogres. And we are back to Weeben. What would you like to do?
Weeben says, y'all afraid fighting up in front of this thing face to face. That's not my life. I don't live that life. Weeben, back to here.
Okay.
So I assume it's gonna be like partial cover, right?
Yes.
Okay. That's all I need. Cool. Then I will, and I assume that I can still hit her because she's big, even though this pillar is this big, she's way bigger than the pillar?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, cool. I am going to try something different and just do my first attack before I hide.
Okay.
I missed.
Okay. Bonus action.
I mean, since I get to reroll ones, now I just dead. That's how this works for me.
So, what was your second roll?
Well, no, it's only one roll. I mean, I'm not gonna I'm not gonna try anything yet. I was just gonna try and, that didn't work. So my attack missed. So for my bonus, I'm just gonna stealth it up now.
Okay.
Fuck. 15.
All right. She is still completely aware of Weeben. This free action, she's like, I see you.
What are you trying over there, little thing?
The smoke method is going to, well, first of all, his Cinder Breath does not recharge. So he's going to make a claw attack on Steve. But not with a 6. I rolled too many nat 20s, and now my smoke method is anemic. Oops. And Steve stepped away for a moment, so we can take a brief break until Steve comes back. So yeah, the fundraiser was where Corey works. He works at a little restaurant over there in St. Helens. I guess it's technically Warren. It's just on the other side of Scappoose. Called Warren Country Inn, and their food is amazing. Their prices aren't too bad either. I got a 14-ounce prime rib with mashed potatoes, zucchini, and a side salad, and it was $28, which $28 for a 14-ounce prime rib is actually a pretty good price. And it was probably the second best steak I've ever eaten in my life. The first being the 21-ounce tomahawk that we had at Michael Jordan's at A. But
I'll be back.
welcome back. It is your turn. What would you like to do? This smoke method just tried to claw you, but failed.
Steve is going to use a bonus action to cast Spirit Shroud.
Okay.
And given that this little smoky thing looks evil, I'm going to cast it as a radiant instead of a necromancy.
Okay. Yeah, it is considered a small elemental, so it doesn't really matter either way.
Well, then we're going necromancy because that's Steve's style.
Okay. Yeah, its only condition immunities are, it's got immunity to damage for fire and poison, and it is immune to conditions of being poisoned.
Alright. Well, then let's see if we can kick this guy's ass. 24 to hit.
Oh yeah, that hits him.
No, let's do it. 18 damage.
Okay, and the smoke method bursts into a cloud of smoke and is no more. Whoops. Why did that not?
How tall are the big things down on the ground right now?
Between
It looks like it's
so
prone.
Brimskalda's, the bottom of her head comes to just below the this overhang that you're standing on. So I mean, she's like 28 feet tall. I would say the T-Rex is probably at least that tall.
What's this little guy?
That's Jasper, the dwarf.
Oh, okay, that's the door. Shit, and we have no idea how long her potion's gonna last, do we?
At least another 8 rounds.
Well, mm,
Yeah, if there's any way to like trap or incapacitate her until the potion wears off. Anybody who has spells, I don't have hardly any good ones, so.
yeah, I don't have any real containment spells.
You just run away from her a lot.
Yeah, with her resistance, basically, you're going to have to just overwhelm her with damage.
You can hide.
The T-Rex is going to hide behind the forge. You don't see me. Use its tiny arms to cover up its eyes. You don't see me.
It can reach its eyes.
Right.
Well, does the potion invulnerability take away all damage, or is that just conditional?
It halves all damage.
Oh, okay, so she still will take something.
Yeah, she just has resistance to all damage.
Oh, okay. Cool. Well, then let's go ahead and, since I have a 10-foot reach, I'll go up to the corner and see if I can poke down at her head.
Okay.
Is that
Yeah.
cool? I'll give her a nice ear tickle. Let's see. So second hit, 'cause I got killed the smoke method. Oh shit, 15.
I'm going to say that because you are just above her, that it kind of counts like she's prone. You can have advantage on that roll.
19.
That hits.
She's gonna take 5. Well, that's pretty crappy damage. 10, 15 damage.
So she will take 7. And she's like, I like a good scalp rub. Anything else for Steve?
No, it's bonus 2 attacks. Don't see a need to move. No, that should be good for Steve.
Okay. Brimskalda.
I don't know if it'll make any difference for her, but with her speed is reduced.
Okay. How much is it reduced by?
10 foot. Because she's within my spirit shroud. Because if I can reach her with my post, she's within attack distance. Or within that.
Okay. Brimskalda is going to make her 2 frying pan attacks. One is going to be on Jasper, and then she's going to swing around and hit the T-Rex. So first, on Jasper, this might be the end of Jasper, but we'll see.
There you go. I gave my radius.
Okay. Actually, she might not have hit. Oh yeah, she did. Okay, so she hit Jasper for... She hits Jasper, and Jasper goes down in one shot.
He was a brave idiot, but an idiot nonetheless.
Yeah, I mean, he's neutral evil. He's not... You guys aren't really going to cry over him. And then she's going to swing on the T-Rex. 19 to hit.
Yep.
Let's see here. for 27 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And that is her turn. Smokey, what would you like to do?
Most damage I can do is from the Wand of Lightning, so I might slip out and do that one more time.
Okay. So she gets a 17 to save, so she will take half of half.
Okay. So all of the damage altogether is 26.
Okay.
So 5
Let's see here.
or more than
So she will take 6.
damn it.
And she's like, that might become my new marital aid, now that I don't have a husband. Anything else for Smokey?
Mm-mm. No, we don't have any big deal.
Okay. Scaly, what would you like to do?
Scaly will use the Staff of Healing, 30 foot on, how about here? So we get, I don't need it, but anybody up close that needs it, Steve and Cleet, and does Weeman have any damage he needs healed?
Weaver has been hiding.
How big is the radius?
30 feet from the square I've got my pointer in.
Radius or diameter?
Radius.
Okay, it'll make my toes tingle because I'm way up in the air.
Yeah, he's 30 feet above. But
I can move it closer to Smokey and still get...
Well, Steve's not bad. Steve's barely hurt.
Yeah, I can get Smokey in there too.
yeah,
Yeah, Clitoris needs it way more than Steve by a long shot.
Okay.
Clitoris, T-Rex, and Smokey.
Okay, cool.
so yeah, Smokey, Steve, and Clitoris will benefit from healing.
Let's roll that. 17 points.
Thanks.
Yeah, that makes a huge difference to Clitoris.
Yeah. Let's see, how much does Clitoris still need?
She's 27 out of 70.
So I can still do a healing word.
Yeah, she's still down like 40 points.
Another 12.
That definitely helps her situation. She's back to over half now.
And then, so that's all for Scaly. He's far enough away from everything he cares to be far away from. And the T-Rex will resume chomp time.
Okay.
So bite on Brunhilde. That's just what I call her. 27 to hit for 28 points.
Okay. She'll take 14.
And a tail. 15 to hit, maybe for 19 points.
15 misses.
Okay. More T-Rex roaring in frustration and tiny hands fretting at not succeeding.
Yeah, the tail hit, the swipe, just bounces off of her red dragon scale dress. You guys estimate, let's see, you estimate that her dragon scale dress, while not magical, is worth 250 gold pieces. Clitoris. What would you like to do?
10 dresses out of that.
You what?
That's a massive dress. We could probably make 10 dresses out of it.
Yeah, or dragon scale armor for 2 halflings, at least.
Clitoris will use the Wand of Greater Healing.
Okay, so that's our action. Using the wand on the clitoris.
For 15 points of damage.
Hey, this one says Hitachi on the side. It's more of an aubergine.
And she will step over to here to get a good line of sight on the big person for the next round.
Okay. Weeben, what would you like to do?
We've tried a thing, it didn't work. We've been going back, trying to true method is.
So Weeben is still hidden.
We've
Oh, wait, no. Weeben is not hidden because she's got a passive perception of 16.
Exactly. So Weeben's like, fine. So do I have to move to attempt to hide again?
Yeah, you would need to find some other location. I mean, you could hide behind Clitoris if you wanted to.
Good.
As a benefit of being a halfling. I'm not sure why gnomes don't get the same ability, but whatever.
Because gnomes don't try and hide the same way, maybe? I don't know.
Probably because their head is bigger than the rest of their body.
Yeah.
Like hydrocephalic dwarves.
I feel gnomes should hide more. Like, that's what they're known for, is hiding.
That and stealing underwear.
Well, I moved there. I rolled a 26 this time.
Okay, you are hidden.
Alrighty.
So you would have advantage on your attack.
I'm going to move back here now.
Okay.
Like, you saw me running, and then next thing you know, I was hit, and then who knows where I went after that. And let's see, can I... Will we count that as not through Clitoris, or is that going through
No, you're good.
Clitoris?
You're good.
Okay, cool.
She's not
Sweet.
that big. I mean, she's a sturdy woman, but she's not that big.
Well, I am very happy for that advantage because one was an 8, the other was a nat 20.
Nice, there's your nat 20. Double damage, everything.
Woohoo!
And then cut it in half.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. True. But first, roll everything. I guess since it's cutting in half, I just give you the damage that I roll.
You could, if you want to do it that way, yeah.
Oh, all these why did I roll so many ones? Maybe I should have the second roll and then go from there.
No, this is D&D. Math is required.
I know, right?
Okay, fine.
In reality, it has very little to do with Dungeons or Dragons.
2, 7, 27, 37, 39, 39, 39, and then half 39.
Okay. And that is your total? Or is that
Yeah, now
half?
rolls.
So,
Twice, take the full double.
okay. So she will take 19, which is still pretty good. And she gives a smoldering glare to the halfling. Anything else for Weeben? Any more movement?
No, I'm gonna stick with my partial cover here since I got the skulker and I'm small. I'm just gonna go. No, I'm considered partially protected here from with this giant chain thing. I'm
Okay.
gonna stick with.
So yeah, you have some cover. You have half cover hiding behind that chain. So you have a +2 bonus to your AC where you're currently standing, and from where Brimskalda currently is.
Woohoo!
So Steve the Devil, what would you like to do?
Just keep overwhelming her with head pokes, I guess.
Okay. You get 2 head pokes with advantage.
It's a good thing because one was a 5 and one's a 20.
Okay.
So not 20 on the first one.
So she'll take regular damage from this.
14 total.
Okay. Your next attack?
Soft 20 this time.
Okay. That is a hit. You will take half.
Eight points total.
Okay. You are whittling her down. Anything else for Steve?
No. Just gonna keep standing here playing with her hair.
Okay. Brimskalda is going to throw a pot, or throw a one of the iron cauldrons, of which she has 3. She's going to throw one at Clitaris. Uh, 23 to hit.
So she's making a ranged attack while we're adjacent?
Yes.
I forget, from 4th to 5th, is there any penalty for her to do that?
Nope. The only penalty would be if she is within 5 feet of the target, which would make it
The target.
disadvantage. Okay. 28 points of bludgeoning damage to Clitaris.
Stop beating up the clitoris.
That's what the ladies want. And then for her second attack, she's going to swing the frying pan in her other hand at the T-Rex. $29 to hit.
Yeah. T-Rexes aren't evasive.
For 24 points of bludgeoning damage. She is pissed off. Smokey, what would you like to do?
Let's see.
You know, Smokey, with your Giant Slayer, you could theoretically get very close to ending this, even if she's taking half damage.
Alright.
Because don't forget, Giant Slayer on your sword, she has to make a strength check or fall prone.
I forgot about that. Clitoris and Steve both have that on their weapons.
Yeah.
I'll run up and snipe her then.
All right.
1, 2.
That hits. She has to make a strength check. She fails her strength check with an 11.
Nah.
And I got 12 damage altogether.
Okay.
Is that after the 2d6?
Yep, you get an additional 2d6.
I get one more d6, so I do 2d6 plus 4 for slashing, and then I get another d6 for Hunter's Mark.
Plus 2d6 for Giant Slayer.
Oh, okay. Alright, no, I didn't do it. That's 9.
Okay. And your next attack.
18.
That hits.
Do it.
And I'm gonna throw that D8 on top that I can do for Colossus Slayer.
Okay.
Once a turn. $14.
And Brimskalda goes down.
Finally.
Okay.
T-Rex puts one foot on the dead giant and screams again.
So, Brimskalda was carrying. So there is some treasure here to be had. That we
Give me
didn't.
a second. Let me find my loot sheet.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think we even finished with Zalto.
Right. Yeah, we're gonna loot everything all at once here.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna.
Yeah, it's been a while since we had some good, like a lot of loot.
I wouldn't say it's a lot, but it's stuff that's worthy to have.
That's one thing I noticed with this one. A lot of the loot that we get is useful loot, so doesn't really show up in the party kitty.
Right. Yeah. Somebody wants it.
So on one hand, it's good. On the other hand, we don't usually have a lot to sell.
We upgrade our gear, so we end up selling stuff that we had.
So, Duke Zalto, you find that he was wearing a ring of lightning resistance that will resize to fit whoever wants to wear it. It does require attunement, I believe. Let me double check that, though.
When getting attacked with lightning, is that generally a dexterity save?
Yeah.
Correct.
I don't want that. That does nothing for me then.
I'd give it to
Well, automatically you take half damage.
Exactly. So I don't want that.
I'd probably give it to Tlikaris just because they're usually in the thick of things, and if I aim wrong and do the lightning wand, or if I get charmed or something, I think they'd probably be like in the line of fire.
That works. Does it? Does it?
So yeah, Ring of Lightning Resistance. It is a silver ring with a citrine gem. So yeah, you would gain resistance to lightning damage. Brimskalda, Zaltember, the kid, doesn't have anything worthy because he's just a punk. And then Brimskalda, the first thing is that, there's her dragon scale dress that you estimate, it's not magical, it is worth about 250 gold pieces, but it weighs 200 pounds. She is also carrying in her belt, she has a large wind fan that is painted with gold and worth 2,500 gold pieces, but weighs 50 pounds.
I would, if somebody can carry that thing, I'll write it in the party kitty, but Steve cannot carry that. Steve's a bitch.
Do you have anybody that's capable of smithing or anything on the party?
I'm gonna guess the guy that died might have been able to. So you could try to resurrect him and ask, but he might have been dead too long. I don't know.
Our cleric's a T-Rex, so there were not revivifies available.
Are there any like slaves down here who we might be able to like make it worth their while to smith something for us? Because we could repurpose it while we're here. We're in the place where it's the best to do it instead of trying to carry it out.
Are you talking about the lint band or the dress?
The dress. It's the
We'll come back through here to leave because of the elevator, right? Probably.
If you want to make a survival check, I will allow you to try to take off some of the scales. If you want to save some of the scales to make a red dragon scale armor later.
I have +3 survival. Does anybody have higher than that?
I have +5.
Okay, go for it, Steely.
Yeah, we're not beating that.
You got a help action for advantage?
Sure,
Well,
I'd allow that.
Good thing one of them was a 1. Still, the best I got was a 13.
So you are able to make dragon scale armor. You get enough scales to have dragon scale armor made. Of course, that would be a downtime activity. That would fit one medium creature. Up to one medium creature.
that's good.
Okay.
Because I imagine we're not going to be able to carry this stuff out of here. Well, the T-Rex could. Can the T-Rex elevator?
You have an hour. So, like 59 minutes left, but that doesn't get us all the way home.
Yeah, we're not going to be able to carry it unless... Yeah, we had to do it this way then, yeah. That was a smarter way, I think.
So am I writing that in the party kitty or somebody else holding that?
I think Party Kitty's fine.
How much, what was it again?
It's
Scale-
sufficient. It is enough red dragon scales to make one suit of red dragon scale armor for up to a medium creature.
Oh, okay.
There's not quite enough there to make 2 for a small creature, but I would say that there would be enough there to make 2 for tiny creatures.
If we put Lutaris in Red Dragon armor, she's resistant to fire and lightning then.
That'd be pretty cool.
That would be cool.
But it would be scale, so I think her AC would go down. Because she's in plate now, isn't she?
Figure out trade off AC.
Oh, shit, I don't even know what she's wearing, honestly.
Does she have a shield?
Yeah.
Can dragon scale be turned into a shield?
No.
Yeah, 5 editions pretty shiesty with shields.
Yeah, like, there's only one kind of shield ever.
Yeah, no matter what.
It's a buckler. Okay, well, it's still +2 to AC. Well, it's a tower shield, still +2 to AC.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Right.
do
And-
you need a short rest or anything?
So, no, because you just completed a long rest. Not even a minute ago.
3 rounds ago, yep.
All right.
It's time for a short rest.
Yeah. Boy, I've had those mornings where you wake up, I need to rest.
I am a warlock, so we do like taking naps.
So out of here, there is, well, first of all, down to the south, there is a stairwell that goes up to the platform above. Then, of course, there is a north exit out of the elevator shaft that you haven't really bothered to look in. And then, of course, there is the double doors that Brimskalda came out of.
Yeah, I think we should explore this level while we have an hour of T-Rex.
Okay. Sounds good.
Sounds like a
Lead the
plan.
way.
Okay.
Lead the way, T-Rex.
All right. So, let me kind of get everybody grouped up here. When you guys get into here, these doors are also open, and in 31, you see that this is a kitchen, and the kitchen staff are all goblins. The goblins take one look at the T-Rex and all collectively shit their pants and run away. They want nothing to do with you guys or your T-Rex.
I use my telepathy to all that I can see, like I'm the T-Rex's voice, and I make her say, "What's for dinner?"
And you can hear them run to the west through this entrance, and then they're all running south, and you hear a couple of double doors open and close, and that's the last you see of the goblins.
Squeeze through the doorway.
Other than kitchen and food type stuff. So, standing between black basalt pillars are two 10-foot tall basalt tables used for food preparation. Underneath the tables are 10 empty cauldrons weighing 100 pounds each, and above them are dozens of utensils hanging from iron hooks and chains. There is a soup boiling in a cauldron on this fire to the south, on in the fireplace. And that's really all that is in here. And these alcoves to the north are like pantries, open air pantries. And then you can see out of here there is a door to the south and the exit to the west that the 20 goblins ran through.
Yeah, who wants to go check out the storeroom?
Steve's always down to find the munchies.
We picked up in hopes of having something to pickpocket.
Yeah, let's go.
So the door to the south you open. One basalt pillar supports the ceiling of this room, which contains wooden crates and barrels that fire giants brought with them to Ironslag. The crates contain food, and the barrels contain water, rock salt, and ale. On the east wall is a wooden chest 10 feet long by 6 feet tall by 8 feet wide. The chest feels cold to the touch.
Rogue, get over here.
Oh, I'll pick the damn lock.
You check it for crap too.
Yeah, I'll do that too.
So the chest is not locked, nor is it trapped. And you open it, and it has a transmutation magic cast on it that the interior stays as cold as an icebox.
Ooh.
It currently holds frozen carcasses of an elk and a wolf.
Do we want a freezer box?
Yes.
For our beer, for our ale, right? For our
Yes.
ale?
For our spice bank.
Oh, yeah, dude.
You guys are going to get back to your airship, go, hey, we brought a cooler.
We got a Coleman.
So yeah, this thing is 10 feet long, 6 feet tall, and 8 feet wide. And so I'm not sure how you guys are going to cart this around.
Jeez. Okay. Maybe you
Here's
can.
Pivot.
So essentially, it's like the frozen and carbonate Han Solo chest that we used to take out to the island. Maybe a little deeper, but
I could polymorph myself into a giant tortoise and have you strap it to my shell while I walk it up to the elevator.
you could
Alright.
technically, couldn't you polymorph the chest?
No, polymorph myself into a giant tortoise as a carrier.
Right, no, right, yeah. I was just saying, I mean, couldn't you polymorph the chest, or does it have to be a living creature? I think it has to be a living
creature.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A creature, yeah. Unless it's a mimic magic ice chest, then it's creature.
Oh, then I think we got other issues.
Yeah.
Well, the mimic would have other issues. For sure.
Here, take this in your mouth right now.
Well, should we continue through the kitchens and see what's what, or go somewhere else?
I want to know what this stuff is.
I drink
So, in area...
ale, and drink some beer.
Yeah, you guys, there's giant-sized barrels full of ale in here, so...
Let's get the T-Rex drunk.
I'm sure the halfling is pretty happy.
Remember the stoned T-Rex in the Ringo Starr Caveman movie?
No, I do not.
Oh, that movie's terrible. That movie's so bad.
It's awesome.
Isn't it called Cavemen?
I think it might be.
I read about the progress of the new Peter Dinklage reboot of Toxic Avenger, and it looks like it's going to be pretty epic. So, in 33, you see that this is a cistern. Ice water running off the mountain is channeled through pipes that lead to the room west of the kitchen. 3 iron nozzles protrude from the 50-foot-high ceiling, spilling water into 3 bowl-shaped basins carved into the floor. A 30-foot-high circular and hollow wall of stone encloses each basin, and drainage holes carved into the rim of each retaining wall prevent the water from spilling over the edge. There are shut-off valves for the nozzles that are mounted on the north wall, 10 feet above the floor. Each shut-off valve is a rusty iron wheel roughly 5 feet across that must be turned a full rotation to stop the flow of water into the cistern south of it. Turning the wheel requires an action and a successful DC 15 strength athletics check. Barrels of potable water stand in the room's corners. And there is double doors leading to the south. Let's see. So Smokey wanted to check that out, so we're going to move her over here. Smokey and the T-Rex can make perception checks. Smokey and the T-Rex sounds like a new Burt Reynolds movie.
I got it, 16.
What'd the T-Rex get?
12.
12.
It says 9, but that's not its bonus.
So, Smokey, you can hear the muffled sounds of industry coming from the direction of the double doors. Sounds like hammers, the sound of molten metal being poured into various areas. That's all, but like I said, it's muffled. You're the only one that can really discern, or that has picked up that noise.
Okay, I'll come back over here and let everybody know that I hear that. So there's some kind of critters or magic or something happening over there. You can check out the other way first.
Weebin, make a Constitution saving throw.
Is that because I'm getting drunk?
Yep.
Constitution. 18.
Wow. You have a nice buzz going on, but you are not completely poisoned shit-faced yet.
All right. I have hit my nice buzz point. I will walk out to everybody and go, hey, that's a good stuff back here.
Weeben's buzzed and insists that he's a better rogue as long as he's had some beer.
Guys, I can hide from anything now. You don't even see me right now, do you? Where's Steve? I need to borrow some of his smokable stuff.
Right?
You totally burn one.
See, that's my problem, is that I always want to smoke after I've already been drinking, which is a terrible idea. I don't recommend it for very many people.
Weeven has this problem as well. Is bugging Steve incessantly now.
Give me just a minute. I will be right back. I'm going to grab some more water.
Me too.
Come on, man. Come on. Wait, where are you? Come on, man. Like, yeah. Come on. Like, what? Come on, who's got it? Somebody has it. Come on.
I hate you some oregano.
Oh, But I can do this. I need your help. I got a climbing rope. Weeven is dancing on the table now.
Yeah, while we're playing, I'm having to go through and redo all the music I had saved to my cell phone. Well, I just found out I just found out the hard way that all Android Galaxies, the Samsung Galaxy, anything from 2021 will not support Windows Media Files.
Ow.
Wait, you're still using Windows Media Files?
Yeah, why? Yeah, why does that matter?
Well, when I went through years ago and burned all my CDs to my computer so I'd have a digital copy of them, it burned them into WMA. But it's never been an issue until now.
Well, you can download a lot of converters that'll convert WMA to MP3 for free.
Well, that's what I'm having to do now is I'm killing all the music on my phone and then having to go through and convert, I don't know, like 1,300 songs.
Right, yeah.
And then put them back on my phone. Like, God damn it, this is an all-day task.
Yeah. Yeah, I was pretty careful when I did mine to make sure that they all came out MP3. Because even when I originally saw Windows Media File, I'm like, this isn't going to last. Okay, so you guys want to go check out the double doors to the south, is that correct?
Sounds like a plan to me.
I wanted to go over here, but if you all are going the other way, I'll follow.
Where did Smokey want to go?
Well, we know there's critters that way, and we just got in so many fights already, so I thought we'd go the other way over here and see if we can get away with not fighting something for just a little bit.
Yeah, there's a hallway that leads to the east as well, out of the double doors that you already came in. So, I mean, you could go that way if you wanted to avoid a fight. There's also a staircase here that leads up. But, I mean, you were already up. At this point, you're really looking for the Conch of teleportation.
Yeah, I don't think it would be near all the smelting stuff, you know? It doesn't seem like a good place to keep something like that.
So, which way do you guys want to go?
Well, I could ask my drinking buddy in the class, see if he might know where it's at.
I don't think that's a good idea.
Just shake it a couple times like, hey, wake up, get up.
Do not piss off the primordial. Do not shake the primordial.
Well, especially after I saw his challenge ratings, like a 24 or something?
Yeah, he's a huge, multi-limbed, godlike fire elemental. So, if you go down the other direction... in here, this is much like the kitchen. I need to... do that. And that. And I will describe to you what it is that you see.
It's the T-Rex buffet.
So, this room is a feasting hall that is in the process of being cleaned. I really think that's a dubious thing because it is being cleaned by 30 goblins that are basically when the T-Rex first pokes its head in here, these goblins are clearly fearful of Duchess Brimskalda and are frantically trying to tidy up giant-sized plates and mugs. So you've got tiny creatures, or small creatures, that are trying to clean up giant-sized plates and mugs. And as soon as they see it's not like you cannot see the T-Rex poke its head in. They scatter and run to the south, which is an area that you've already been through. It leads to the elevator, and you can hear goblin shrieks running away. Iron braziers and alcoves dimly illuminate this hall. Pillars and basalt partitioned walls support the 50-foot high vaulted ceiling, from which hang heavy iron chandeliers or candles draped in cobwebs. The chains, it looks like the chains used to raise and lower the chandeliers, but they are fastened to iron hooks mounted on the walls now. Set into the north wall is a fireplace, and arranged about the room are basalt tables covered with bronze dishware. An iron spit is mounted above a fire pit fueled by natural gas. So the whole room smells of rotten eggs. Yeah, this is a feasting hall. There's, other than big plates and whatnot, there's really nothing in here. This basalt partition to the north, you see that there is a door leading to the west. And then there is another hallway that leads to the east.
Weaver's gonna attempt to sneaky away from the party down the hallway.
Okay. Go ahead and make a stealth check.
Steve yells out, "Good luck!"
I rolled a 15.
Okay. So anybody who has less than a passive perception of 15 probably loses track of Weeben.
Scaly's just like, I wonder what he's doing.
So where is Weeben going? So this is a... Hold on here. The door is closed. Well, that's not what I wanted.
You get full adventurous. Who wouldn't? Trump.
But you, I think, girl.
Do I have to pick a lock?
No, but it may be problematic for other reasons. I'm trying to find... There we go. Iron Slag General Features. So the door is 20 feet tall, and the latch on the door is 10 feet up above you.
Mhm.
And you're a halfling.
I have to check how my rope of climbing works real quick. Does my rope of climbing need something to attach to?
No.
Oh, sweet then. Rope of climbing up to the lock.
Okay. So, yeah, you can reach up, you can climb up to the latch. And it says... You need to make a DC 13 athletics check.
Well, what's athletics check for?
To open the door.
I'll have to. So with my rope, now I'm going to see if I can finagle the door handle open while swinging on a rope. Okay.
Yep.
Athletics, you say?
Mm-hmm. That's the one.
13.
Okay, you get exactly a 13. And you shove open the door and step inside.
I have an athletics of 1 and I rolled a 12.
A basalt table, its base sculpted to look like a fountain of black fire, stands in the middle of this room. And the room is well lit by torches and braziers. Bare marble shelves jut from the walls at heights of 10 and 15 feet. Standing against the northwest wall is a rune-covered iron statue.
Nope, that's beyond me. I go back to the party. Nothing I can just pickpocket in here. So I go back to them and tell them what I found. I don't mess with runes. That's magic.
Okay. So you're backing out of the room.
Just pickpocket in here. Like, oh, I got this, but I'll tell them about that.
What is the rest of you doing?
How far are we into the T-Rex hour? Are we wondering about taking half the time up, or?
It's probably been about half the time as you guys are searching rooms. It's been about 30 minutes.
Okay. Well, having the T-Rex has kept us from needing to fight things, so I'm kind of a fan of making her stay T-Rex.
I was gonna look in 26A.
Okay.
Okay. So first of all, Smokey, before you try to open the door, you're not actually in 26, you're outside the door. Make a perception check.
14.
So from the southern door, you can make out the sound of what sounds like a girl sobbing.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, Steve and Clitoris are just kind of following along with the group.
So what would Smokey like to do?
I'm gonna yell to everybody that I hear someone crying. And it's in 26B that I hear crying, right?
Yep.
Okay, then I'll open that door first instead.
Okay, go ahead and make a DC 13 athletics check.
I made it.
Okay. So, in this room, you see that there are two beds in here, obviously giant sized, but they're like double beds. So it looks like that both the Duke's teenage son and daughter shared this room. However, only the daughter, Cinderhild, is here right now, and she is laying on her bed, scrunched up the pillows, crying into the pillows, and kind of, having a tantrum. She is an 18-year-old girl, 11 feet tall. She is big boned, with thick orange hair, and leaning next to the headboard of the bed is a great club. And also in the room are two female hobgoblins who serve as her handmaidens. And when I say handmaidens, imagine a hobgoblin dressed like a handmaiden. Is what the pink saffron dresses with the stupid pointy hat. And they both turn and look at Smokey and are immediately troubled by the fact that little folk have come in and kind of take up defensive positions around Cinderhild. And Cinderhild looks up from the bed and she says to Smokey, the first thing she says, she tells her handmaid to back off. And with steamy tears coming down her eyes, out of her eyes and down her cheek, She looks at Smokey and says, "Wait, perhaps we can help each other."
What's wrong?
She goes into this emo rant about how her mom and dad don't understand her. And she says, "My dad spends most of his time with the dragon slayer Vonendod. My mother likes to oversee activity in the kitchen. They never spend any time with me." She says, "If I pretended to be your prisoner, you know, I could leave here and go out into the world and do something with Topaz." Move to the southwest and do something with Topaz.
Okay. In return, does she know where the conch is?
Make a persuasion check with advantage.
$19.
Yeah, she tells you, she says, "The door to the north is my parents' bedchamber, and my father keeps keeps that stupid conch in his chest in there."
Okay, I tell her that we need to secure the conch and we'll get stuff ready to escort her out.
Okay.
That'll be just a few minutes. And then I'm going to tell the group and we'll decide if we should really help her leave or if we should just grab the conch and run out of here. Because, like, yeah, I think the corpses of her parents are in the other room, aren't they?
Right. Yeah, there's that. So what do you guys want to do?
Who wants to get the conch?
That sounds like a plan.
Okay. So, in 26A, there is an enormous bed with a frame made from crisscrossing iron sword blades that have been welded together. Dangling above the bed are large chains and manacles, the purpose of which is known only to the Duke and Duchess. A 15-foot tall, or 15-foot diameter shield made from adult black dragon scales is displayed on the north wall behind the bed. An iron chandelier hangs from the ceiling over the center of the room, near the foot of the bed. A chain connected to the chandelier is snagged on an iron hook mounted on the east wall above a 10-foot tall basalt table with some valuable items resting on it, and a large iron chest tucked underneath it. 2 wardrobes of fire-scorched wood stand against the west wall. A giant barrel in the southeast corner serves as a stool and rests in front of a burnished full-length mirror mounted in the south corner of the east wall. An iron brazier hangs from a hook mounted on the south wall near the door.
So what you're saying is we went to the wrong room.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
Isn't that always Weaven's luck, though?
So you have a wardrobe, and there's some stuff on the table, and there's a chest under the table. What would you like to check first?
Hey guys, I saw this cool thing over here with really, really cool runes. Anybody want to go check that out?
I want Weeben to come look at the chest and check it for traps.
Okay. Here.
Fine, I'll do the thing.
So there's a crude combination lock built into the chest. The lock has 3 tumblers, each one displaying 10 dwarvish Dethic glyphs.
And I'm going in this room?
Into, yes, 26A.
Is it the gray thing or the wood thing? Not that it matters, but whatever.
So, yeah, you could pick the lock if you would like. Or
Do I get to take my time with the lock? Or do I have to like do it with any kind of like urgency? Do I get to pick the lock with any kind of time or urgency?
No.
Clitoris is proficient with Thieves' Tool. She can give you the help action.
Okay.
If that's gonna take a while, I'll look through the wardrobe and see if I can find, or no wait, the little side table. See if I can find any clues to combination lock.
Okay. So, Weeben, since Clitoris is giving you the help action, you need to make a DC 15 Dex check. And if you have expertise in Thieves' Tools, you can add 2 times your proficiency bonus to that check.
I sure do. So that would be Dex 20, soft 20.
Okay. So while you're picking the lock, Smokey, you open up the Duke's wardrobe. There is a cloak that is worth 2,500 gold pieces and weighs 250 pounds, made from red dragon scale hide and wings. There is a necklace of engraved gold plates draped over the cloak's broad shoulders.
That should have been a 23, by the way.
Okay. Weeben, you open the chest, and the first thing that you see... Oh, wait. So you said you got a 23?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So yeah, you unlock the chest, and you open the chest.
Oh, I forgot my rapier as giant slayer.
So, Clitoris, Smokey, and Weeben need to make DC 15 dexterity saving throws.
Why did I take a chest? Stupid me.
Yes, the paladin in heavy armor is very, very dexterous with her 9.
Yeah.
I got about the same. Yeah, I failed.
Okay. What about Weeben?
16.
So Weeben will take no damage. A 20-foot radius cloud of incendiary gas releases from the chest. Smokey and Clitoris take 45 fire damage.
Fuck.
Just so Weeben knows, the trap could not have been disabled from the outside.
Okay. Well, no, someone open this thing with the damn key.
But
They
Weeben,
just wouldn't have been.
inside the chest, well, it's not a key, it's a combo lock. But inside the chest, resting on a bed of ashes, is a giant-sized adamantine crown set with 6 black opals worth 7,500 gold pieces and weighing 150 pounds. Under the ashes are 6,300 gold pieces.
How much gold?
6,300.
200. A sleight of hand check.
So when that one off, Clitoris went down.
Okay.
So now Steve's kneeling next to her, holding her own arm and smacking herself in the face with her hand, like, "Hey, heal yourself. Why aren't you healing yourself?"
24 sleight of hand check.
Okay, yeah, you get it. Does anybody have, can anybody's passive perception beat 24?
No.
Steve's is 10.
So, Weeben, what are you doing with your sleight of hand?
trying to pocket some of the gold. I mean, it just had, there was a crazy explosion, fire went places, people were like ducking and taking damage.
So you cup 2 hands, and you're able to take 24 gold pieces for yourself.
Cool, I'll take it.
Yeah,
The chest
just
was-
make it an even 100. Make it an even 100 gold pieces that you scoop up for yourself. So there are 6,200 gold pieces in the chest.
We've been such an ass.
You also find the Conch of Teleportation. And
Hey, Scully, does this chest look like it should be able to hold more?
Guys, I found the conch.
there are 4 magic items.
I will unpolymorph the cleric
Okay.
because she can help the down person, right?
Yep.
I
She
don't have a
can.
spell list for anything.
Yeah. She will give the cleric. Or, I'm sorry, the paladin. Hold on here.
I'm not sure if she has Spare the Dying or something like that. I have some cure spells left, but she hasn't cast any spells, so she's better off at healing than I am right now.
She gives the paladin 22 hit points back.
The paladin will use another charge on the wand.
Okay. So we get 4 rolls on table F. Who wants to make the first D100 roll?
I feel like I just stole some gold, so it shouldn't be me.
Have the paladin roll. Well, she's not technically here, but roll for Clitoris.
I'm sure.
I used to do that every time I went out to the club.
I know, I was with you.
Even 50.
50. Let's see here. There is a staff. Let's see. This sounds like it's going to be an interesting staff. Interesting. There it is. God forbid they put it in alphabetical order. So yeah, you find a staff, and it looks like, if you remember your old, the old Masters of the Universe action figures, it looks like the staff that Tila used to carry. The head of the staff ends in a stylized look of a cobra. Anybody have identify?
I don't.
I think Steve is the only one that will.
No, Steve does not have identify.
Steve, you can make an Arcana check.
I can do that. 22.
Okay. You are able to see that this is a Staff of the Adder. You can use a bonus action to speak the staff's command word. and make the head of the staff become that of an animated poisonous snake for 1 minute. By using another bonus action to speak the command word again, you return the staff to its normal inanimate form. You can make a melee attack using the snake head, which has a reach of 5 feet. Your proficiency bonus applies to the attack roll. On a hit, the target takes 1d6 piercing damage and must succeed on a DC 15 con saving throw or take 3d6 poison damage. The snake head can be attacked while it is animated. It has an armor class of 15 and 20 hit points. If the head drops to 0 hit points, the staff is destroyed. As long as it is not destroyed, the staff regains all of its lost hit points when it reverts to its inanimate form. And it requires attunement by a cleric, druid, or warlock. I don't know why a cleric would want it, but maybe a Yuan Ti cleric.
What was the list?
Cleric, druid, or warlock are the only ones that can attune to it.
I already have a staff of healing, so if someone else that's interested in...
Give all the sticks to Scaly.
The staff that mentioned it.
Which was it? A staff of the what?
Staff of the Adder.
Is that a snake staff?
It is.
Yeah.
The staff head turns into a poisonous snake. For 1 minute.
I mean, that's... I already got a poisonous snake.
And you couldn't use it if you wanted to.
Yeah. Has to be cleric, druid, or warlock.
I mean, I can carry it for a while, but I don't have attunements left unless I were going to swap away from healing.
I mean, Steve can hold it for now. Or, I mean, we can put it in the party kitty. We don't need to keep it.
We'll
Yeah.
see Zinquinal on it.
Yeah, go ahead and put it in the party kitty for now. Who wants to make roll number 2?
I will. 63.
Wow, we have not seen one of these. I haven't seen one of these since 3rd edition. You find a wand. Anybody want to try an Arcana check on the wand?
Sure. Yeah, fuck, that's an 11.
The most that you can determine is that it requires attunement by a spellcaster.
Anybody else want to Arcana check it?
I have a +0, but I'll roll to see.
Do it.
Yeah, Clitoris isn't much better.
So yeah, Scaly, you look at it and you can determine that this is a wand of web. It has 7 charges. While holding it, you can use an action to expend one of its charges to cast the web spell save DC 15. The wand regains 1d6 plus 1 expended charges daily at dawn. If you expend the wand's last charge, roll a d20. On a 1, the wand crumbles into ashes and is destroyed.
Wow, cool.
Web is a highly useful spell.
Who wants to take that?
So it has to be a caster of some kind.
I don't count as that, do I? I don't think I do.
Rangers count as casters.
Yeah.
Yeah, anybody that gets spells.
I think the only one in your party right now that doesn't count as a caster is Weeben.
Well, I have the Wand of Lightning. I don't know if I can attune to 2 wands. It seems like probably not.
You could, but it would take up one of your 3 attunement slots.
Okay. I might hang on to it. I'm going to look at web real quick.
Yeah, it'd definitely be better served for somebody on the back line versus a front line.
It's a great area denial weapon.
Especially if you light it on fire.
Right.
Mhm.
Even better if there are people stuck in the web when you light it on fire.
Well, I do have Horde Breaker, so if I use the web, then I can run up and like smack everybody caught in it.
Mm-hmm.
If I do it when they're together.
Yeah.
So that's an idea. I don't know. Let's roll them all and then decide who gets what.
Okay. So that was Wanda Webb. Who wants to make roll number 3?
There seems to be lots of magical stuff, so I feel like the magical people should keep rolling.
Go, Steve.
Steve rolled a 44.
uh,
I don't know if that's good or bad.
you find a pearl.
Pearl?
Yeah.
Does it feel arcane or is it just a pearl?
Make an Arcana check.
Oh, it's a little better. 17.
So you suspect that this is a pearl of power. Wondrous item, uncommon, requires attunement by a spellcaster. While this pearl is on your person, you can use an action to speak its command word and regain 1 expended spell slot. If the expended spell slot was a 4th level or higher, the new slot is 3rd level. Once you use this pearl, it cannot be used again until the next dawn.
If you guys don't mind, Steve might steal that.
You
Yep.
can acquire.
Yeah, if you've got attunement slots available, you could use it.
Yeah, Steve actually doesn't have much for attunement. The main reason for him taking it is that being a split caster with Warlock, my spells don't stack, so he has very limited spell slots to begin with.
Yeah?
Pearl of Power, you say?
Yes.
On spell slot, what would that count as? A hand? A head? Or do I have to, like, store that in my prison pocket?
Yeah. Yep, definitely in your prison pocket. Yeah, it's just a small gem that...
Just keep it in my pocket?
Yeah, you just keep it in your pocket. And the last roll. Who wants to make that?
So I thought that was 3.
That was 3. You get 1 more.
Oh, there's 4.
Yep.
I'll go.
Okay.
$92.
92.
Ooh.
Oh, these are pretty... I don't know. I guess they're semi-useless. You find what looks to be panpipes. And decorated along the edge of the panpipes, there are small engravings of what look to be either mice or rats.
So I've got the broom magic thing. I've got a mandolin thing. I've got a panpipe. I should just multi-class bard and give it up.
Right?
No. I have to be elf first. I'll multi-class bard after I can become elf.
Who wants to make an Arcana check on these?
Sure, Steve.
Well, I will, even though I'll probably fail. But got 11, so that helps.
Steve can give a quick second look over. Yeah, Steve rolled an 11 also. He says the exact same. He's like, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, you know that they're a wondrous item and that they require attunement. Scaly, you got a 7.
Yeah.
That's all you know about these panpipes so far.
So are we putting those in the party kitty for the moment?
Yeah, we'll research them later.
Additional information. So you guys know that it's a wondrous item and it requires attunement. Steve is also to glean that you're going to have to be proficient with wind instruments in order to use it.
Hmm.
They're not a base.
Right. So you have the Conch of Teleportation.
Yes.
And Cinderhild wants to pretend to be your prisoner and have you take her up the elevator. She wants to leave Ironslag.
Is there any way to get her to the elevator without her discovering her parents' corpses?
Yes,
Okay.
kind of. Well, I mean, the elevator's down here. She's probably going to see the corpses of her entire family, from the elevator.
Okay, so let's just leave.
You just want to use the conch and just leave?
Well, we can use the conch. Yeah, that's true. We can just zap on out of there. What do you guys think?
Are we done exploring, or do we feel like there's anything else worth exploring down here?
I don't know. It doesn't seem worth it to fight another fire giant from that family.
The uncle, the grandma.
Well, isn't that one still running around the sewers with a bad headache?
No, he came out and tried to help the Duke,
Oh, okay, that's the one.
and then died.
So, the Conch of Teleportation does require attunement. This
Oh,
item
shit. Okay.
This item is an ordinary, albeit rather large, conch shell that has been inscribed with the Uvar rune. The conch measures 2.5 feet long and weighs 20 pounds. As an action, you can cast the teleport spell by blowing into the shell. The destination is fixed, and there is no chance of either a mishap or the spell being off target. Anyone teleported by the conch appears in a specific location designated by the item's creator at the time that the Uvar rune is inscribed on the conch. It doesn't allow teleportation to any other destination. Once its spell is cast, the conch cannot be used again until the next dawn. So who wants to... this is what you're looking for. Who wants to attune to the conch?
I thought that Zinquinol wanted to because it's like a ocean thingy.
Yeah, we can let Zinc attune to it. That's fine. And so, is teleporting what you guys want to do?
If we are, I'd recommend kind of wander around a little bit more, take a break, because I have a feeling wherever we teleport to is going to be pretty bad.
Well,
So,
there's a certain number. There are certain things that you already know. So the Conch of Teleportation is going to teleport you to Maelstrom, and Maelstrom is the court of the storm giants, 3,000 feet at the bottom of the trackless sea.
Yeah, see, we're going to end up in the middle of a room full of storm giants. I think we'd want to be at the top of our game before venturing down that door.
In
we
fact,
could
I
go
don't.
up the elevator and go back to our airship or wherever, I guess. I mean, I just don't know what else to do besides trying to get mermaid from the dragon scale.
So hold on here. I can show you. So this is where the conch will teleport you. Only 3,000 feet at the bottom of the ocean.
Mm. Is there air there?
Well, it's presumed, yeah. Hold on here. There are some other things that you know. Since it's been a while, I will remind you of what you learned from the Eye of the Allfather. Let's see here. So what you learned from the Eye of the Allfather is that the ordning of giants has been broken. You know that at the top of the ordning were the storm giants. The other thing that you learned was that, well, you learned a couple of things. The first is that Queen Neri of the storm giants, or Queen of Maelstrom, has been killed. You also learned that King Hecaton, king of the storm giants, is missing. Let's see here. You learn that King Hecaton and Queen Neri's youngest daughter, Sarissa, is currently the regent of Maelstrom. She has two older sisters, but King Hecaton had named Sarissa to be his heir because he didn't have full faith in his older daughters, Mirren and Nim. He believes that they would start a war with the small folk of the world. So he named Sarissa the youngest daughter. And you were told by the oracle to speak to Sarissa. The oracle told you that Hecaton was misled by his eldest daughters, Mirren and Nim, who covet his throne. And that Mirren and Nim were not acting alone. They are pawns of a much greater evil named Imrith, a blue dragon that has taken the guise of a storm giant. And if you remember, Imrith, in dragon form, attacked the Eye of the Allfather as you were leaving, and Harshnag held Imrith back, and the entire complex caved in. That was the last you saw of Imrith and Harshnag. Other things that you've learned, partially from Harshnag, is that Queen Neri had a love for the small folk of the world, and she often would travel to the Sword Coast with her young daughter Sarissa, and would actually talk with halflings and elves and other people of the Sword Coast. And so the court of Maelstrom has had a very hands-off approach and have ordered most of the giants. The decree was to leave small folk alone. But now that the ordning is broken, this has caused the rise of all these giant attacks across the Sword Coast, because the giants don't have to pay attention to their orders anymore.
But this place that we're going to is friendly to little folk.
Well, Queen Neri and Sarissa were, yeah. But now Hecaton's missing, Neri is dead, and you know that there is an ancient blue dragon hiding in the court that nobody knows about except you.
Well, we gotta tell Sarissa, but I just wonder if we'll be able to get a rest there, or if we should rest before that.
Well, do you guys think there's enough time to be able to take the airship back to town, unload all of our goods, then go and play with the giants?
You could do that. So you've got a couple of options there as well. So, one, you have the Elf Queen that, I don't know if she's still naked or not. She might still be naked. Anyways, she needs to go back to the Moonwood. She was captured by the Yak folk, and she wants to go back to the Moonwood. Also, you have Megira the Dawn Titan in an iron flask on Steve's belt that needs to be returned to Gauntlgrym.
Oh, no, we're keeping him.
I bet the elves in the woods would probably be able to make really good armor out of the dragon scales. So we
That's-
could return.
Well, so could Gauntlgrim.
Okay, well, I don't know.
And if you wanted, really, if you wanted to, I mean, not only if you wanted to purchase more equipment, Gauntlgrim would be the place, as well as you're probably going to be rewarded for returning Magira.
Oh, cool. Well, let's just drop the elf off then, the airship, and buy stuff at Gauntlgrim and get rewarded. That sounds great.
So that's what you guys want to do?
That's
Okay.
what I want to do.
What about...
Everybody vote.
Yeah, I figured make the rounds before we go use the conch, because that kind of sounds like the final push.
Oh, you'd be surprised. There's a bit left to do here.
Where we're at
So
now,
what you're saying?
you know what I mean? Like, that seems like a big, like, that's a big milestone.
Yeah, we don't know how we're going to get out of there. And it's at the bottom of the ocean, so that is a pretty big deal.
Yeah, if it's at the bottom of the ocean, we might want to pick up, like, a ring of water breathing, something.
Mud breathing.
Yes, a ring of mud breathing. The most useful of rings, really.
Mm-hmm.
So does that mean we need pass-through stone and water breathing at the same time?
No, it just means Jeff can't read his own handwriting. God damn, where did this go?
So yeah, I'm definitely down to do the side rounds.
I agree.
Especially if it sounds like we're just mainly just stopping in, dropping stuff off. Doesn't sound like we're gonna get like pulled into like crazy side quest again. This is more just, hey, here's your stuff, gotta go.
Right. Where is... There it is.
How many days left do we have on the giant slaying, by the way?
It will be done, if you drop all this stuff off, it will be done by the time you teleport to Maelstrom. Here we go. This is what I was looking for.
Well, considering we keep forgetting about it, I don't think we're gonna lose out too much.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll go ahead and break here. You all get level 9.
Yes.
Yay, level 9.
Very few things happen, but we get hit points.
Yes. And so, just to tell you where you're going from, so Iron Slag is here. The Moonwood is down here. And then from the Moonwood to Gauntlgrim. Gauntlgrim is over on the coast, or close to the coast.
It's a good thing we got an airship. That'd take like fucking like 3 months by horse.
Right. Yeah, it's just Gauntlgrim is just northeast of Neverwinter, in the Neverwinter Wood.
That was one thing I always thought was funny in Game of Thrones, how big that Westeros was, that they never talked about. We're like, oh, I'm gonna just go over here. And it's like, that's like 3 months on horseback. Like, what are you talking about? You're just
Yeah, they skipped over a lot of the travel times. Like, oh, I'm a wandering merchant, and I'm going to travel from, the wall down to
the sand place.
yeah, the king's city. And it's like, okay, that's going to be like 4 or 5 months worth of shitty time on crappy roads.
Yeah, it's like, oh, let me just take a horse from Detroit to Daytona Beach. Like, that's not a big deal.
Right. But I will say I skip over a lot of travel times in D&D too because I am not a huge fan of the whole random encounter idea, and overland travel is, the idea of randomness to me is ridiculous and boring.
I get the not actually going through it, but at least in like that show, like I think it would have been helpful had they at least mentioned like it took that long, because like years would go by in that show in between episodes. I'm like, wait, what the fuck just happened?
Right. Well, that and the travel of knowledge, even when they didn't send a crow, was ridiculous. Like, they would know about somebody losing a battle like the day after it happened, and it's like, how is that possible? You are hundreds and hundreds of miles away.
Oh, I am looking forward to the new show. The new show looks good.
Yeah, it looks really good.
All right, guys. Well, thank you.
Yep.
Have a good one, gang.
I will see you next week, and we will see what kind of antics you get up to with level 9.
Awesome. Woohoo!
All right, have a good weekend, guys.
Thanks, everybody.